everybody, it's Steve from Steve K's Vaping World. I'm gonna mix it up and do something a little different today. I'm gonna do basically a full video review that's a companion review for the written one. You might be seeing this embedded in the written one, or you're on YouTube, in which case hit the link below to check out the written one. The product we're going to be looking at is the VapoClean cleaning kit to revive your e-cigarette stuff. Alrighty, let's take a look. Here we have the component parts of the VapoClean kit. I'll go through them real quick for you. This is the sonic cleaner. Here we have assorted, Q-tips, real high-tech stuff here. A couple of more specialized brushes and things like that to help clean the parts. Here's another brush. The cool thing is this actually runs over USB. So you have the USB cable here, and of course an AC adapter. And of course the powder over here is the special ingredient. Okay, so we're going to want to prepare this. On the bottom you can see there's a suction cup. This is kind of important because this thing will kind of run all over the table if you don't do that. So make sure you firmly place it on the table so it's not going to go scooting everywhere. Alright, now that we have everything done, we need some stuff to clean, like old school Cardo tanks. We've got even drip tips and assorted heads, Kanger, Aspire, so on, so on. I even have an Ego here to clean. I'll show you that later. And here's a bunch of the heads. I just grabbed a few at random that have probably been sitting in my cabinet for months, if not a year or more. Let's just throw them in here and get the rest of the stuff. We'll go ahead and add hot water to this, just kind of cover everything, and then you're ready to go. Okay, once it's filled with water, go ahead and get a capful of the cleaning powder and just dump it directly into the container, and then close the lid, and you're ready to start shaking things up. Here's the most noteworthy thing about this. I'm going to go ahead and flip this machine on now, and I think you'll know what I'm talking about in a second. Alright, you ready? Reach back here, flip the switch. Can you hear that? Yeah, it's kind of loud, isn't it? It's a little annoying. You're supposed to let this run for 5 minutes. Pull the cup out once it's finished, and I'll just take it over here and we can say hi to the dog. Hey, buddy! Okay, let me put this down. The next thing we'll want to do is drain the water out. Okay, I've dumped everything out in a paper towel and just pat it dry here a little bit to get the excess water off. Take a look at some of the stuff, see if the wicks have gotten any whiter. It's really hard to see in the shot, I apologize. But it does look a little bit whiter. This gunk has come off the drip tip nicely. So let's go ahead and just pat these dry a little bit. Of course, you have to let everything dry. And I'm going to go ahead and show you one of my favorite tricks to dry things like this pretty quickly here. Okay, once you have everything dry, go ahead and put it back in the cup. That'll keep these things from running loose. You don't need to throw like the tanks or drip tips, obviously. They don't really need to dry overnight. So let's take a bowl of rice, like a Tupperware bowl. We're just going to set that in there and sort of make a hole for it so that it fits below the lip of the thing. And then we're just going to go ahead and stick the lid on it. Make sure it's totally sealed. So this will help it dry within 24 hours or less instead of the typical 48 or more it'll take if you just air dry the things. A little tip from me to you. So that's pretty much the process. It's fairly straightforward and not unlike cleaning people have been doing for years with their vaping gear. It's been over a day since I actually shot that other stuff. And here's the results. They've dried nicely in the rice. It only took about overnight. A couple of them still have a little bit of gunk on there. Not much. It's mostly white. They're surprisingly white. So maybe if you can stomach it, a 10-minute cleaning session might do better. Actually, here's the thing. They sell a version with an ultrasonic cleaner. I have one of those, which happened to die halfway through this review, so I was stuck with the Sonic. But a better option might be is to spring for that, or you might already have an ultrasonic jewelry cleaner. just use that. You know, just if you have that, just buy the powder. I'm sure you have Q-tips. Use that with your ultrasonic cleaner. It takes about 3 capfuls of the powder instead of the 1 because the ultrasonics tend to be bigger, and they work well. I've used them in the past quite a bit. In general, I'd say, yeah, you know, heads are easy to replace, and a lot of times they're cheap. So these days, is it worth it as much? I don't know, but you know, some of the heads, like the Aspire ones, come to mind, can get kind of expensive. So if you have you want to add some life, it's worth a try. The results are kind of mixed. Some heads come back better than others, you know, depending on their design or how badly you've abused them. What I would suggest if you're going to go this route is, rather than waiting until you gunk it up 7 ways to Sunday, is just, you know, every couple days rotate them through, clean them, boom, boom, boom. That will probably make them last a whole heck of a lot longer that way than if you wait until all that crap gets caked on and whatnot. All in all, it's not a bad setup. You know, if you want to kind of go through the trouble, it's worth it. Check out VapoClean.com. See the offerings there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hop out of here. Thanks for watching and reading. And don't forget, if you're on YouTube, links down there to actually read the review. This is Steve from Steve K's Vaping World. I'll catch you on the other side.